Good morning, Hamilton. Happy Monday, November 16th, 2020. And does this look familiar or does this look familiar, Mrs. Cashman?
Uh-huh.
Here we are again.
And we know that this is a crazy Monday a little bit, but I think these kids have got it. What do you think?
Yeah, we're back home, at least for a little bit, at least until after Thanksgiving. Just to be responsible and do the right thing to make sure that we are being healthy and safe for not only the people at school in Hamilton and our families, but really for our community too. It's important that we are doing the best to watch out for our neighbors and the other people in our community that have health issues. And we just need to make sure that we're doing our part. So we're here, we're gonna do our best, we're gonna make the best of it, and we're gonna learn in a very unique way. I never did this as a kid, so it's going to be an awesome year for our awesome week for us. How about it, Mrs. Cashman?
Absolutely. And you know what? We know that all Hamilton students, Mr. Slusser and I, and all of your teachers know that you're going to do a fabulous job. And guess what? Mr. Slusser and I are on Zoom right now. And Mr. Slusser, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't these kids going to be getting on Zoom if they're A kiddos today?
They should be getting on Zoom very shortly, actually.
Yeah, so A kiddos, pay attention to the time that your teacher is going on Zoom with you, because remember, this is your teaching for the day. This is your school. So if you don't get on your Zoom, you will be marked absent. So we know you can do your best. I'm sure they've sent it to you and your family. So get on there and do your very best job. B kiddos, it's like a normal Monday for you.
It is a normal day.
You get on and you do your seesaw activities, do the best you can, and hand those in to your teachers. So let's do this.
We can do it. Speaking of normalcy, Mrs. Cashman, I have our word of the week, and I used it and I thought of it because Thanksgiving is just around the corner. And it is a repeat word from last year, and it is a word that I think we can all relate to on Thanksgiving. We are all feeling a little famished.
Oh, good word.
You know what famished means, Mrs. Cashman? Means that you are really hungry, like beyond hungry, like your stomach is growling and you could eat anything in sight. You have a sentence for us for famished?
Yeah, you know what? I just actually told Mr. Slusser this morning, I was like, I was famished before I ate my English muffin this morning for breakfast. So my stomach was grumbling this morning.
So as you know, we always are a little bit more famished when we're home too. So we're all gonna be home for the next 2 weeks. We have to make sure we control those urges to eat uncontrollably, even if we are feeling incredibly famished.
And Mr. Slusser, I challenge these kids right now because the word famished is actually behind us right now from last year. So
yes, it is.
I challenge them to take a little look and see if they can find where it is as well.
Yeah, we pulled up our old board from last year as our background, and it brings back some happy memories of our old studio.
Our old studio, yes.
Not the new one we're in this year.
All right, Mr. Oh, sorry, Mr. Slusser.
I was going to say, I don't know if our current studio is an upgrade or a demotion.
We're still debating that one. Mr. Slusser, do you have some birthdays for us today?
Well, we have one birthday today, and this birthday is one of our at-home learning heroes, and we'd like to give a huge shout out to Miss Journey Watson, who I believe was a former Cashman.
She was. So if you're watching this, Journey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday at home. You have to be, we all are home. We're all home celebrating your birthday today.
That's right. Look at this. It's a big Journey celebration. All right, kiddos. Well, just because you're at home and we're at home doesn't mean I don't have a story for you today. So I'm going to be sharing a Native American tale with you today. And this tale is called The Earth on Turtle's Back. And I'm going to share a little bit of it with you today, and we'll finish the rest tomorrow. So let's get ready. Before this earth existed, there was only water. It stretched as far as one could see. And in that water, there were birds and animals swimming around. Far above in the clouds, there was a skyland. In that skyland, there was a great and beautiful tree. It had 4 white roots which stretched to each of the sacred directions. And from its branches, all kinds of fruits and flowers grew. There was an ancient chief in the skyland. His young wife was expecting a child, and one night she dreamed that she saw the great tree uprooted. The next morning, she told her husband the story. He nodded as she finished telling her dream. My wife, he said, I am sad that you had this dream. It is clearly a dream of great power, and as is our way, when one has such a powerful dream, we must do all that we can to make it true. The great tree must be uprooted. Then the ancient chief called the young men together and told them that they must pull up the tree. But the roots of the tree were so deep, so strong, that they could not budge it. At last, the ancient chief himself came to the tree. He wrapped his arms around it, bent his knees, and strained. At last, with one great effort, he uprooted the tree and placed it on its side. Where the tree's roots had gone deep into the skyland, there was now a big hole. The wife of the chief came close and leaned over to look down, grasping the tip of one of the great tree's branches to steady her. It seemed as if she saw something down there, far below, glittering like water. She leaned out further to look, and as she leaned, she lost her balance and fell into the hole. Her hand slipped off the tip of the branch, leaving her with only a handful of seeds as she fell. Down, down, down.
Oh,
Ooh.
Mrs. Cashman, that is a really crazy spot to stop.
I know.
What happens to her?
Tomorrow. So make sure
We'll
you
find
tune
out
in,
tomorrow.
kids.
We'll find
Well,
out
Mr.
tomorrow.
Susser, I'm about to have my Zoom in a few minutes with my first
Okay.
graders. I think they're going to do great. I know they'll
Yes,
do
they
great.
are. They
And
will.
I hope that your third graders do great and everybody in our school has a fantastic day. We can do this, kids. We can do this, right, Mr. Susser?
We can do it.
All right. So let's go have a wonderful, fantastic, marvelous Monday and make your teachers and your families and yourselves proud.
We will see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Hamilton.